Fascinating story, but let's begin in Florida, where some are waking up to the incredible devastation and the loss left in Ian's wake. Many of those beach communities along the state's Gulf Coast, as we said, are disaster zones, and entire neighborhoods are still underwater. President Biden fears that this could be Florida's deadliest storm ever, and it is not done yet. We're going to have a lot more on the forecasts, but first, CBS News correspondent Kris Van Cleave is in Fort Myers, where people are struggling to pick up the pieces, and he joins us now. Kris, just give us an idea of the damage there and what you've seen over the last 24 hours.
You know, Vlad, this is a fairly typical stretch here in Fort Myers. I'm going to step out of the way, and Jerry's going to show you. You've got flooded roads, and if you can navigate that standing water, and generally driving through standing water is not something you should do, but people are with large vehicles getting in there. They're going to check on their homes. Many of the homes in this area had 4 and 5 feet of water. One gentleman telling us basically his home is a total loss. They were able to get some things. He described what happened during the storm as like putting the house in the washing machine. As the storm surge came in, it just swamped the house. It has swamped this community. Power is out across a lot of Fort Myers. As we were driving in here, we drove past the minor league baseball stadium, the stadium where the Twins do their spring training. That parking lot is full of power crews and first responders. As we were driving around last night, we were watching a caravan of power crews, of police with those fan boats that you see like in the Everglades. Wow. Coming down here because they're trying to surge resources, particularly to the barrier islands. Fort Myers Beach, which is just across a bridge not far from where we are. They are limiting access to those barrier islands because in many spots what was once standing is just debris now. Here, people are picking up the pieces. That can be as little as clearing road debris and clearing down trees. For other folks, it means trying to see what wasn't destroyed or soaked by floodwaters, and in some cases, they're coming back to a house that's no longer standing. One of the big issues is power. Jerry, follow me this way. Besides standing water, you have just a ton of trees down. For 60 miles on this drive between Tampa and here, you have trees down, and what they do when they come down, well, they fall on the power lines, and they bring down the power lines, they snap power poles, and so crews have to come out and fix all of this. And in Lee County, where we are, in the Fort Myers area, it sounds like in many cases, they're going to have to basically start from scratch and rebuild entire portions of the power grid here. So for some folks, power may not come on for days, even weeks. And that's assuming that there are structures still left in some of those communities to re-inhabit.
So then what does, getting back to normal life look like? I mean, obviously, if your house is flooded, and we're talking about seawater or salt water, you got to throw all this stuff out. Mm-hmm. You can't live in your house for a while. I mean, how long is this process going to take? What sort of support are these people getting?
Well, so obviously this is kind of a triage situation. There are parts of Fort Myers that are beginning to operate. I wouldn't call it normally, but the power is on in some places. We drove past a gas station on the way in here, and there was probably a mile-long line of cars waiting to get gas, but the power was on, the gas pumps were flowing. I passed a gas truck filling up another gas station that was dropping off gas. So things like that are going to start to get easier. Cell phone communication yesterday across Fort Myers was virtually impossible. I've spent some time in this area, so I kind of know the general landmarks, but it was a bit like flying blind if you're not familiar with the neighborhoods. And because trees are down and things don't look the way they normally would, I think it's probably disorienting even for folks that know this area really well. Cell phones are working a little bit better today. Like I'm able to send and receive text messages at the very least, even if I can't make a call. That's going to get steadily better as cell phone tower generators are refueled and some of the power comes back on. Home repairs, we know that FEMA is going to start bringing in resources. We've seen in past hurricanes that they'll bring in trailers and things that'll be temporary housing. For people that have to rebuild from scratch on some of those barrier islands, this is going to be measured in months, maybe years. for somebody who had a foot of water in their house. And in some places in the Fort Myers area, you have both seawater and river water. That may be how long it takes to get a restoration company in to cut out the drywall and start working. That could be weeks, but there is damage to roof after roof after roof after roof. Home block after block after block had water in the homes. Like, this is not going to be quick for the folks that live in some of these areas that got feet of water.
All right, Kris, thank you very much.